Hello and welcome back to more Leaf Green. In between episodes, I did quite a bit of fishing. I pretty much caught all the Pokémon available to me right now, that are in areas I've already seen, that is. I also caught a Ditto, just like I'm sure I said I would. Ditto, can't really recommend this thing. All it does is transform, and it's got bad stats. The reason you catch a Ditto is for breeding, and you can't even do that in this game, so, well, until post-game, so, yeah, no, I would pass on a Ditto. Anyway, these are the actual interesting Mons. Well, maybe not this one. Goldeen is, pretty unremarkable in every sense of the word. It is the most bog-standard, average water-type pet. Probably is outclassed by just about everything else worth using, so I would pass on it personally. I've never been a fan of this, and I actually don't really know anyone who's been a fan of this Mon. Next up is Slowpoke, only in Leaf Green, I believe. He's actually pretty good water psychic type, so he's got some good type coverage, and he becomes, a little more physically defensive when he evolves too, and he has pretty competent special attack. Speed will never be good. I mean, his name is Slowpoke, so what do you expect? But yeah, no, I would highly recommend one of these guys. In Fire Red, you find Psyduck instead, which is a pure water type. It's kind of like Goldeen in the sense that it's just outclassed by other water types, and I don't think it's really worth using, but I guess I would recommend Psyduck a little more than a Goldeen, but that doesn't really say much, I guess. Krabby. Oh boy, I wish I could recommend Krabby because I love this little guy, but unfortunately, being a pure water type that has attack as his primary stat, he won't be able to use that with water type attacks, so that's a bit of a bummer, and I don't know. He gets better in later generations, but in this one I honestly would probably pass on him, which sucks because I never get to use a Krabby and I like it so much, but I don't know, it just needs better moves to complement its stat distribution. Or C, you cannot fully evolve it in the main story to Kingdra, so you're stuck with a Seadra. Seadra's, it's alright, I guess, but you'll be wishing you had a Kingdra, and I don't know. I wish I could recommend this one as well, I just personally wouldn't, but I guess if you wanted to, you wouldn't be too bad, but I mean, could be worse. Poliwag, I actually kind of recommend this one. Politoed is also unavailable, which is unfortunate, but we still have Poliwrath available to us, thankfully, and that is a water fighting type, which is rather unique. It's not bad. I've used one before, and they get the job done quite well. It's, I mean, you won't be using its water type attacks too often as a Poliwrath, but it learns plenty of other decent moves to fill that gap. It's not too bad. And lastly, in Leaf Green only, is Staryu. This is a fantastic special attacker that will just speed its way through every obstacle, and it learns amazing moves via TMs, and I'll be real, this thing is amazing. Like, I was tempted to take it, but I've already done that so many times because this thing is just such a good Mon. It becomes Water Psychic when it evolves too, like seriously, Surf, Ice Beam, Psychic, Thunderbolt. Yeah, no, Staryu is amazing in every sense of the word, so Leaf Green, yeah, you won on this one because in Fire Red you get Shelter instead, which is a defensive water ice type, which is okay, I guess. I don't know, I don't think it's nearly as usable as a Staryu, but if that's your thing, that's your thing. Anyway, there's actually a couple more Pokemon available to us now that we had a fishing rod, but not directly from fishing. So if we go over to the left here, we'll hit Route 18. In this building here on the second floor, there's this fella right up here. He's looking for a Slowbro. If you're playing Fire Red, he is looking for a Golduck. And he will offer a Lickitung in exchange. It just so happens I have a Slowbro on me. Huh. What are the odds of that, am I right? Oh boy, Lickitung. It's bad. Like, really bad. Pure normal type. Has no stat that it really is good at. Doesn't learn particularly interesting moves. It's awful. In fact, trading either a Golduck or a Slowbro for this thing is kind of a waste. Seriously, like, who would honestly want to use this thing? Isn't it great? No, actually, Lickitung is terrible. I mean, level 37, so this thing's on par with the rest of my team in levels, but I don't know, man. I would never recommend using this at all. And there's another Pokemon that we can also get via similar methods. Here in Cerulean City, there is another tradable Pokemon available to us. I could have talked to this guy a long time ago, but until now we haven't been able to get a Poliwhirl. And I just so happen to have one on me, so we might as well do that. And in exchange, we're going to get a Jinx, which is Ice Psychic, which is a pretty unique type combination. And, you know, it's got pretty decent stats all around. I don't think Jinx is a bad Pokemon per se, just never one I think to use. Named Zinx. Yes, very, very nice creative name there. I see you took a page out of my book. I mean, its design, I'll admit, I think it's kind of an ugly Pokemon, and it's holding a letter. That's a healthy Jinx, be kind to it. I just insulted its appearance, I am so sorry. Yeah, Ice Psychic though, so that's pretty good. I mean, look at that 80 special attack, like that's pretty competent, and it's 10 levels behind Missile, so I mean, and that's not too much further behind. I don't know, just get some good ice moves, some good psychic moves. Yeah, it'll be a pretty solid special attacker that should last you the rest of the game if you want to use it. Not to mention, with it being a traded Mon and all, it will level up significantly faster. Those are two new Pokemon, also available as soon as we unlocked fishing. And now I will meet you back where we just were. Okay, now that we're back in Fuchsia, I figure might as well tackle the gym since it's right here and it's just kind of tempting me, you know? Leader Koga, Blue's already won. Okay, what's the details on this gym? Invisible walls. Okay, so I guess it's just kind of like a maze we can't see through. And we got a trainer already. Strategy can beat brute strength. Well, I don't disagree inherently, however, I think in this case I will just use brute strength. Listen, buddy, I don't think you got the memo. This is a poison gym? Why are you using a psychic type? I mean, if you have a psychic type, it'll do pretty good here, because poison is not so good against that. Ooh, that return did not do very much. Yeah, I'm slowly working on Big's friendship, but, you know, newly caught and all, so he's still getting there. Ooh, nice. That is a good paralysis. Alright, one more return ought to take him down. One more anything probably would have, but I'm shocked it actually lived that long. Ooh, not quite a level up, though. Decent money, at least, so that's nice. Yeah, that's a great strat. That's totally what I was doing. Alright, well, I'll take this guy out too, I guess. Another juggler. Ooh, this guy's got actually kind of a full team with more psychic types. Interesting. Where's all your poison, dude? Now that chocolate dip tapier got what was coming to it. Level 38. Ooh, look at that HP gain. Drowsy again. Big, I think you can take another Drowsy, can't you? Can't imagine this thing's any different than the last one that was sent out. And another one down in one hit. Very cool. Kadabra, that is also not a poison type. You know, the Psychic Gym is in a different town, buddy. Are you sure you didn't want to apply to that gym? Like, just saying. I mean, I get it. Poison isn't the most... Well, no, this Generation 1 had a bunch of poison types. What am I kidding? Poison grass is plentiful. I can think of a water poison, poison flying, pure poisons. Yeah, there's no excuse for why you guys don't have poison types. I guess maybe if they're using poison type moves, but I don't see them doing that either. Oh, early installment weirdness. This is the most prime example I can think of anyway. Well, you may have had a lot of Pokémon, but they didn't really do much for you, did they? You, please tell me you're using poison types. Well, he's a tamer with an Arbok. Okay, we finally got someone who's actually sticking to the theme. Unfortunately for me, Intimidate exists. Fortunately for me, though, Arbok is paper thin in its defenses and should still die to this, right? Come on, Big, you got it. Not even close. I greatly overestimated you. I am so sorry, Big. Oh, good XP, though. Sand Slash, that is a ground type. Listen, buddy. If you're gonna use Pokemon of a gym, like, stick to the gym's typing. What are you doing? I guess Sand Slash can use Poison Sting, but is that really what we're counting? Swift. I figured he probably wouldn't be able to do very much against Mazin. Actually, Mazin's gonna be good against most of this. Well, I would say he'd be good against most of the enemies in this gym, but that's assuming they're actually using poison types. Oh well, another magnitude should take it down. Okay, I thought that missed for a second. That would have been funny. Alright, one more bites the dust. And another Arbok. I know it's not really a type advantage thing, but I guess since you don't get intimidated, you might as well hit it with a Thunderbolt. I mean, he does get intimidated, but it doesn't hurt him any, I guess I should say. Alright. Hit him with the Thunderbolt. I really need to rearrange his moves now that I see that. Surprised I didn't do that already. Oh yeah, one hit. Yeah, no, that thing was dead, so. Alright, just take me to your leader already. I don't actually really know the path through this gym off the top of my head, but can't imagine it'll be too difficult to figure out. Actually, I'm going to switch Big out just because he's getting a little low on PP. I'll probably edit out the rest of these trainers. Alright, and I'll just talk to you to get you out of the way. Send it from Pallet Town. Seriously, these jugglers just use psychic types. Like, what's the point of that? I can't go down here, here, or here. I assume I'm going this way. I guess I've hit Koga already. But I wanted to fight that last trainer. Oh. You know, it might be hard to see on YouTube, but I think I actually can see the path through this quite well, because I believe the invisible walls actually have a little outline on them. Huh. You know, I never noticed that. Yeah, no, I can see dots in the corners. Again, I'm not sure if that will show up on YouTube, but that's interesting. Okay, one more trainer, and then I'll go heal, and then I'll go fight Koga. Okay, now let's see if I can get through this without bumping into any of those pesky walls. A little harder for me to see it while I'm moving, but if I take a second to pause, I can definitely see where all the white dot outline things are. Oop, wrong turn. Nope, it's down here. There we go. Alright, Koga. You and your psychic-type jugglers were no match for me. I mean, I do like poison types, I just don't think, well, nah, poison type's great. Which is shocking, but I know, poison is the best. Ooh, coughing, okay. Mazin may have been a bad lead, because this thing levitates. Try throwing rocks at it, I guess. That sometimes works. Oh yeah, that did decent. Oh, okay. Sure. Yeah, Mazin can do that, and he can do that better, so I'm not sure what your plan was. Muck. This thing can minimize, if I remember right, so I want to take you out ASAP. Because if it boosts its evasion, I am not going to have a good time. But a super effective Magnitude 8 took it out, no problem. Just what we like to see. Good level up too. Coughing again. Volvagia maybe, just flamethrower it. If this thing blows up too, I'm not super worried. But I have so many Pokemon on my team that if he sacks one just to blow it up, we're still in a good position. How much damage is a flamethrower gonna do? Oh, it took you out in one hit. Heck yeah. Wheezing, okay. Let's switch into Missile. Missile has a higher special attack, and Thunderbolt is pretty powerful, so this should do pretty good damage against it. Especially since I can't just use Magnitude. Ooh, paralyzed, even better. Smoke screen, okay, lowering my accuracy, that's kind of rude. I'm not a fan of that. Koga's probably gonna heal, though. Yeah, full heal. Weird paralysis. And I missed. Okay, so this one doesn't miss, so you are just done. Thank you for dying, please come again. Wow, Koga, you, weren't very effective as being a gym leader, were you? Thanks for the defense boost, I guess. And we get TMO6, which I bet is toxic, isn't it? Yeah, sure enough. It badly poisons the opponent if you use it, which, you know, is fine if you're doing a stalling-based tactic, but in single player I just like to do hyper offense because it makes things go a lot faster. Competitively, though, yeah, no, I really like Toxic. Now to see if I can make my way back out of this gym. Anything to say, Mr. Sir? There wasn't even a single ninja in here, just some tamers and a bunch of psychic jugglers. Anyway, quick heal break. Now I could go to the Safari Zone next, but I'll actually do that a little later. Because right now, I want to actually head into Saffron City, and, well, I could get there from any of these neighboring cities. There's nothing stopping me from that at all. Let's just go fly over to Celadon. I think that's the shortest way, but don't quote me on that. We can just go off to the right here, and it should be right here, yeah. And I have the tea, so he can have it and share it with his guard friends so that they'll actually let people get in. What a jerk. Well, thankfully, now that that's dealt with, welcome to Saffron City, which is under control of Team Rocket, I guess. Huh. Well, that's not very good at all. Shining golden land of commerce? Well, I don't know about that. Don't think we can actually go into the gym either. Well, that's not very good at all. Pokemon Trainer Fan Club. Okay, I don't care about those guys, I think. Watch where you're walking. I'll say the same to you, buddy. Ooh, I can actually go in this house. What do you have for me, sir? A TM for Psychic? You're right, I do want that, because that is a very good special attack. And if you have a Mon that can learn it, I highly recommend picking that up. I mean, Psychic is Psychic, it's such a good move. With Sylph under their control, they're gonna exploit a bunch of Pokemon. Well, that's not very nice at all. So it sounds like we have our next objective, which is to liberate Sylphco here. And the guard is napping on the job, so we can get in relatively easily. But I think we'll do that next time, so that's something to look forward to, I guess.